Welcome back, friends, to episode 51, and today we have the Air Jordan 3 World's Best, or World's Best Dad, or Father's Day review and lace swap. And as usual, if you're looking for the lace swap section, by all means use our bookmarks and jump straight to the lace swap section. And of course, if you're enjoying our videos, please like and subscribe. Really helps our numbers and just reaches more people for a review and just encourages us to make more videos. All right, on to the story. So starting with the Nike site for the Air Jordan 3 World's Best, you can take a look at the shoe. Some great pictures of the shoe here. There's lots of really neat details that I'll kind of go over in a bit as we kind of scroll through all the photos. You can see the World's Best there on the tongue. I'll just show you that little detail there. That's kind of important because, you can see the Nike description here. It just talks a little bit about his 96 championship and the carpet that's on the floor of the United Center. And here you see some photos of Jordan's first, second, and third championship win. His dad has always been there. And of course, everybody knows that after the third championship, his father unfortunately had passed away. And then he quit the sport. Michael Jordan retired. And then he came out of retirement won his fourth championship. And when he won it, that was the first one that championship that he had won without his father by his side. And of course, he won it on Father's Day. So you can see in this video here, the very famous video of Jordan winning the championship and just in tears for his dad. And then a close-up look at the pictures, and you can see that the some of the details that you saw from the shoe there, where the elephant print was replaced by this carpet design that's in these two iconic photos here. And of course, he was wearing the Bred Air Jordan 11s, and that did a lot for the inspiration of the shoe, which we'll kind of go over. So let's take a look at the Bred 11s here. Unfortunately, this is a pair that I do not own. Friends that own them, but I don't have access to them. And just wanted to kind of show the photos of it. I'll zoom in right here on it. You can see the translucent red outsole, the white midsole, and of course the patent leather upper. So let's get to the unboxing and see how these details translate to the World's Best. So for this review, I'll just add a little bit of a tag that I got from my kids from Father's Day last year. Kind of fitting. All right, let's take a look at the box. You have the all-new style Jordan face box there. Really cool look. But the box itself is pretty plain. It's just black with silver font and silver trim, silver Jumpman logo. You see the writing there is pretty much the same. You got that logo there. And official colorway is sail, black, and university red. Nothing about brown, funny enough, which is kind of big detail there. All right, opening up, we have this nice little World's Best. To the World's Best is a nice little card it makes a great Father's Day gift, really. And a little comment, and you can write your kind of name on there for your father. This is really just designed as a Father's Day gift here. All right, opening these up, you have just standard Jordan 3 elephant print wrapping paper, even though there's still elephant print on these. Here's a first look at this here. And pull the other sheet out. Kind of messy here. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of wrapped nicely, just to protect from itself. It's not individually wrapped like I would think that it would be, but it is at least separated so that you don't wreck some of that suede that's on there. All right, there's your first look at the Jordan 3 World's Best. All right, on to the details. First, we will take a look at the outsole. This is basically, again, inspired by that Jordan 11 Bred. You got the translucent outsole with kind of black and sail marks, the primary colors here. You've got the sail midsole with black, and this is very shiny, so it kind of reminds you of that patent leather that's kind of on there. And then, of course, here is that elephant print detail that's replaced. So it's smoother. It's not like the elephant print where it's kind of dug in there. The texture is in there. So it mimics that carpet at United Center. You've got the lace holes up front, which is in red. And you've got this nice suede hit over here where the mid-lace holes are. You got a little protection here from the suede to keep the colors from bleeding. And you've got a sail heel with the black Nike Air kind of printed on there. The tongue, it's really nice. You've got this suede nubuck, actually. It's just a very, very short hair nubuck that's on there, just like where the lace holes are. And then let's take a look here. We'll pull this out. Oh, right. Almost forgot the paper shoe tree. Really Missed the cardboard ones as usual. You got a little tag here that just basically, so let me zoom in here, it's a little blurry. Trying to fix that. There we go. Yeah, just talking about the suede, that the color is going to contaminate. Again, I'm kind of surprised they didn't wrap these shoes individually in shipment. So yes, feel that there. I don't know how it would run in that. It feels pretty solid, but who knows? In the rain, it might kind of run a little bit. Of course, the tongue. You have this satin and World's Best kind of embroidered on there on both sides of the shoe. The tongue feels really great. Front is nubuck right there with the stitched on Jumpman on there in red. Very premium feeling. This is like a collab, you know. Very, very smooth satin sock liner and the inner tongue. So put these on feet and they'll just slip right in. They'll feel really, really good. It's just very, very smooth feeling inside. Looking further inside, you have the insole with the Nike Air in red printed on there. I'll just pull those out real quick here. So yeah, just your standard kind of Dream Cell insole with Nike Air printed on there. And of course, the standard kind of nylon underneath there. Pretty standard fare, Jordan 3. I think the details are really nice in the that very, very premium materials. And I'll compare it to some of the other ones. Like that suede right there, the suede hits, and that satin insole just feels really, really nice. Leather, I think, is a little bit thin feeling. I think that's really the only complaint, but really this shoe just feels really like a collab. But again, let's take a look at some comparisons and see what I mean. All right, first comparison we'll look at is the K54, and it's kind of funny because this shoe looks very, very similar, very familiar looking. You know, the red hits versus orange hits. You got the suede and nubuck in right places. The color blocking is very similar. Of course, the back, the heel is very, very different with the K54s. Very different look, but just look at this up front. Very similar. I think the K54 has a little bit more details with that, with the orange trim there on the leather. But yeah, just feeling the leather. They both feel really soft. But you know, like the tumbled leather looks a little bit better. It just looks a little plain on the World's Best, and it is a little thinner. Yeah, like the it's painted midsole there, so it's nice and shiny on both of them. You can feel that quality. This is way better quality suede than or nubuck than anything else that I felt on Jordan 3s. And of course, the silk line this is a very smooth feeling, kind of almost satin feeling on the K54, but real satin. It's even smoother on that World's Best there. So yeah, it's compared to these collaboration ones. Oh, here's another collaboration. We've got the Ama Manier Jordan 3. But yeah, look at this. The color blocking is pretty much identical. So yeah, it's just a real nice kind of copy in terms of the color blocking. I mean, aside from the two different colors, shades of suede on the World's Best, but yeah, even look at the outsole here. The color blocking, aside from, you know, the colors are different, but the color blocking style is roughly about the same. It just makes it look very, very similar. It's just the difference is the blue versus the red, really, and then of course the suede differences there. But you've got the suede hits on the side, feels very close, a little bit hairier on the Ama Manier pair. And then on the back, you got the sail midsole, and then of course, the sail heel tab, and then yeah, like just look at it. It's just aside from the different colors, the blocking is roughly about the same as the Ama Manier. The Ama Manier does not feature like a premium outer tongue there. It's just standard leather, but on the inside, huge difference. I've loved this pair still because of this this kind of it feels like you're walking on pillows. It's just so comfortable walking on this. On the from the insole to the sock liner, you've got that quilted kind of look to it, style to it, and it just feels really nice. The satin won't feel as nice, but 100% sure that when you put it on feet, it'll just feel still really nice. Very, very premium. All right, next up, we have the white cement, and I'm going to guess this is probably going to be the closest match I have for like a, you know, like an OG standard kind of release in comparison to the World's Best here. You know, just taking a look at that, the outsole, it looks pretty close in terms of color blocking on the outsole, but the upper is quite a ways different. Of course, you have the differences in elephant print. Oh, let me just grab the correct pair to kind of look against each other so you can see us properly. I keep messing that up, so apologize in advance for previous comparisons where the sides weren't the same, because the sides do look different there. Just taking a look at the material, you have all this perforated leather versus the perforated suede that's on the World's Best. That makes it look way nicer. And then we'll just take a look here at the tongue. You've got that nubuck tongue versus the leather tongue. And then, of course, the sock liner. You have just your standard sock liner versus the satin sock liner on the World's Best. So, yeah, so like when you compare it to like just your standard OG release, way more premium on this World's Best. It makes those OG look kind of plain. And yeah, even the padding, like there's way more padding on the side compared to the black cement. The black cement is very thin in terms of padding, a little bit thicker padding on the World's Best. So comfort level must be just off the hook when we put these on feet. So yeah, that's the comparison with that one. Let's take a look at some studio shots of the World's Best here. All right, as we take a closer look, let's take a look here. You get that translucent outsole there, the white sail midsole, and then that black, that just reminds you of patent leather right there. That black, shiny black painted midsole just gives it, looks a lot like that, the Bred 11s there. And of course, here's that nice look at that, the pattern that kind of, it's not elephant print, it just mimics the carpet pattern that's United Center. It's been replaced, so it doesn't exist anymore in the locker room there. Good look at that sail heel tab there. Nice close look at that beautiful nubuck, short hair nubuck that's up on the tongue. And of course that satin, there's that satin sock liner on the inside. Put this on feet and just feels really nice. And of course there you go. There's the outsole. It just looks a lot like the Jordan 11s there. All in all, very, very good looking shoe. I'm not a big fan of brown colorways. That's why you don't see a lot in my collection, but this just works really, really well. Reminds me a lot of the K54s, and of course it just works out really well. There's the sticker there, the tag that talks about the contamination. All right, let's take a look now at the lace swaps. All right, first set of lace swaps that we'll go with the some of the secondary colors on here. We have the obviously the red and the black. That black looks really, really nice. The red looks good too. Kind of funny that the black looks better. I think it's just the way that the contrast and everything works on that black there, with the lace hole there that's in sail. It makes it look kind of nice. So just again, I'm just bringing back the Ama Manier Jordan 3 with the same identical color blocking. Yeah, and the black laces just makes it look even kind of closer to one another. Yeah, really, really great fit on that black color over there. So, yeah, the black looks great. The red, I think, a little bit off, but we'll look at the photos again. All right, next up. Everyone on the comments hate the fruity colors, but I'm going with the fruity colors. You got the blue. These are my two favorite colors, by the way, the blue and the pink. Pastel blue and pastel pink, I guess. And they look great. I think both of them just really makes the shoe pop even more. I think you can go with all sorts of variety of colors on the shoe, and it just works really, really well. Yeah, let's take a closer look at some close-up photos and see. So yeah, starting off with that black and the red. The black, again, I think looks really good because it does not collide with any of the colors. You got the white lace holes and then the white tongue. The bottom half of it just makes it work. There you go. And then the red, I think it clashes a little bit with the red lace holes, but overall, I think both of these secondary colors of the shoe just works really well as lace colors. But we go back to, again, what everyone calls in the comments of fruity colors. But again, I think this looks great. The pink looks really good. It just pops out. It doesn't really conflict with any of the colors on there. Same with the blue. I like the blue a little bit more than the pink. Yeah, it just basically just stands out really, really nice. They both work really well. Honestly, I can probably find more colors and it will still go. Let me get that side view. There you go. I think you can find more colors and they will all just work really well. But my opinion, I think blue is my favorite color that's on here. Pink is my number 2 and then black third. White looks okay on the original what it comes with, but I think every this is a really great shoe for lace swapping. So premium looking shoe. premium materials on here. Very lace swappable. Definitely highly recommended. It's a shame that it's sitting in most places. But anyways, thank you for sitting with us for this review. And we'll see you at the next review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.